Yeah.
What do you think of Alan Greenspan?
Yeah, what do I think of Alan Greenspan?
How did he go from being, at least studied under Mises
Right.
well, didn't he take some seminars?
No, he didn't study under Mises.
Abandoning the Federal Reserve.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Greenspan, he was always a Keynesian, even in the old Randian period.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he had no interest in Austrian economics at all, and no interest in economic theory. He was basically a forecaster. He was a lousy forecaster, interestingly enough. When he got his Fed post a couple of years ago, he had to give up his forecasting business because the forecasting firm Townsend Greenspan admitted they were lousy forecasters, and so without Greenspan, there's no point in having it. The reason, in other words, Greenspan's soul is not his forecasting, but his access to power. Like Kissinger, why are Kissinger's associates make $10 million a year or whatever it is? Because he knows all these big shots and can get them in with the big shots and sort of stuff. That's highfalutin lobbying. And so, how did he rise to fame and fortune? I don't quite know. I mean, I've met Greenspan, and he's the least charismatic person I've ever seen, practically. I mean, he's got the persuasiveness of a dead mackerel. So I don't know how he got. It's difficult to figure out. He got in with, and I guess the Ford administration, and the interesting thing is when he got into this Council of Economic Advisors and recently in the Fed, the New York Times will write about him and say, well, he had this peculiar philosophical views, like gold standard and Ayn Rand, etc. But don't worry about it, folks. He's really a pragmatist. That's the tip-off. Regardless, these views are sort of in the closet. He doesn't care about them. In practice, he's like everybody else, which of course is true. But he also has the advantage for the establishment of having conservative or Randian or whatever aura. So he can get away with stuff that conservatives will back him. And so he can do the same stuff that everybody else is doing that has a sort of an aura of some kind of right-wing connection. I think that's probably the usefulness. But basically he's like Volcker or the other people. He's a Volcker without a cigar. That's where he is. And so he's probably better than a lot of the other guys. The interesting thing is now the conservative Keynesians like Volcker and Greenspan are better than the Reaganites. The supply side is want more inflation. They want a lot more inflation, a lot lower interest. So they're holding the line, such as it is. It's too bad because Greenspan, of course, saved the so-called Social Security system for a century by increasing taxes, of course. So he has a lot to answer for. But in contrast to he's less bad than the Reaganites. That's all you can say for him. But the interesting thing, he follows the Randian strategic view. The Randian strategic view is, most people think of Randians as being libertarians with a slight quirk. They're not really libertarians politically at all, because what they want is everybody, before you can do anything politically, before you can, cut taxes or eliminate price control or anything, before you do anything, you have to have everybody agree on Randian philosophy, free will and concept and percept and all the other crap, right? So before you can do anything, have any coalition of anybody, you have to have everybody agree on all the Randian metaphysics. Well, since you're not going to have that, in practice you have just regular statists.